Many have asked, how did you come to learn gospel chalk art as a ministry? So let me share a little bit about that testimony of my life and ministry with you.
And I invited Jesus into my heart. Now, of course, Satan over the years would say you didn't or you couldn't. I've even had people, adults, say, well, children can't come to know the Lord. But I knew that Christ was my Savior. And as I grew up, I always wanted to serve the Lord, but I never thought I could. I always thought, I'm too shy, I'm too backward, I can't do that. But I would excel in school. I was a really good student, very gifted academically, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go to college for accounting or bookkeeping or business, and I'm going to keep books for a church or a missionary or a pastor. I can do something in the background. And that was my heart. But all the time I'm witnessing and I'm trying to learn everything I can at church. I was there. If the church doors were open to clean the windows, I was cleaning the windows. If they were doing choir books, I was doing choir books. Whatever they had to do. And I always had that, I always wanted to serve the Lord. That's never been an issue of what would Dwight be. I wanted to serve the Lord. And so an evangelist came through our church. I was in 11th grade, and he said he came from Bob Jones University, a Christian university. And he said, you could study anything from accounting to nursing to Bible. And I thought, I'm going there, and I'm going to study accounting, and did. Made straight A's and B's, Dean's List. Got homesick, went to Virginia Tech, State University, studied accounting and business management, and made good grades. I was miserable. So I kept praying, and why am I miserable trying to serve the Lord? And because God was saying you need to be in ministry. And I was saying, no, I can't preach. I can't teach. Can't do anything. I did the accordion, I could play the piano and all that. But I just kept saying no to God. Finally, I said, God, okay. In my heart, I knew He wanted me in Bible college. So I said, Lord, if you want me in Bible college, one morning in the middle, I was a junior at Virginia Tech, on the dean's list. And I said, Lord, if you want me in Bible college, I want to know something today. So tell me something by this afternoon, please. I really said that to the Lord. I said, will you give me a sign, some statement today that where you want me to go? I got home that evening, and my mother said, you got a phone call today from Piedmont Bible College. Well, I knew Piedmont. It's a good school. My pastors had gone there, and for some reason they had gotten my name from somebody and called my number, and I prayed about it, and I dropped out of state school and went to Piedmont. God opened my life up there. He taught me, one thing He taught me is I can do things through Him that I don't think I can do. When I was a freshman there, they heard me singing in chapel, and chapel wasn't much bigger than this room. And they asked me to sing on their school singing team and travel around the country representing the school. I said, you don't want me? I can't do that. I'm not good enough. I can't speak in front of people and all these things, all these excuses. And they said, we'll pay you to do it. I said, but still you don't want me. They said, yes, we do. Just try it. So I did. That summer, 1990, God changed my personality. I went from being this shy, never talked to anybody, only came out of my dorm room to eat, to go to class, and to use the bathroom. I had no social life whatsoever. After that, I mean, I was singing and preaching and prayed in public. I was going to every different church you could imagine, and I began to get out and mingle with people and go out witnessing and all kinds of things. So then I was a senior at Piedmont Bible College. Several years later, 1993, and this guy, professor, walks up to me. We're walking out the door, and he says, hey, Dwight, would you like to learn a new tool for ministry? And I thought, well, I've learned how to preach and evangelize, and I was thinking I'd be a pastor or a youth pastor. And he said, I said, what is it? And he said, chalk art. And I said, Mr. LeGrand, you're a nut. I can't draw a picture. And I've seen chalk art, and I can't do it. I had a friend who was a chalk artist. I had seen another evangelist when I was 10 years old. I won one of the pictures for inviting a bunch of people to church. But I said, you're a nut. I can't draw. I couldn't draw a stick figure. I still can't to this day paint with watercolors, with oils. I can't paint with pastels or anything. So Mr. LeGrand looked at me, my professor, and he said, Dwight, why don't you pray and ask God for the ability and then put feet to your prayers and try it? And so I said, well, I'll do that. So he said, well, the feat is you're going to come to my class next week, and for 2 weeks, just 2 hours a week, just come and see what happens. He taught chalk art. So I went to my dorm room and I knelt by my bed. And I said, Lord, I don't know why he would ask me that question. Of all the people, I'm not an artist. I'm a mathematician. I'm a mechanic. I can do anything on that side, but I can't paint, draw, sketch, anything. But I said, I'm going to take that class, Lord, and if I come out of that class in 2 weeks with 2 or 3 really good drawings, then I'll build an easel over Christmas break, and every door you open, I'll go through it. Well, guess what happened about 3 weeks later? I had 3 beautiful big drawings. And I've been drawing now almost 25 years. And every drawing you see, I can do it in front of you to teach the Bible. But I can't sketch on a piece of paper. I can't paint on a canvas. That's all God gave me. The ability to draw, to illustrate the Bible in front of people. That's God's gift. There are things that God might want you to do that you have no idea you can do, and somebody else sees the potential in you. Listen to that person. Listen to God's Spirit. Be willing to try something. And I don't know what that is, but it could be anything for God's glory. And if your heart is in it, and if you're willing, God will know it, and He'll give it to you. Not everybody's going to draw. I certainly didn't expect to be able to draw. There are more talented artists sitting right here than but not all artists are willing to use it for this purpose. So God just gave me the ability. They're not the best drawings, but they get the message across, and that's the point. So
we love traveling all over the United States with our family. We're missionaries to America. I've traveled around the world with 3 goals in mind for our ministry, Good News Chalk Talks: to engage every age group with the gospel, to enrich believers with clear Bible messages, and to encourage church leaders wherever we go. I hope you'll invite us to your area and recommend us. You can find us at facebook.com/chalktalks and also at chalktalks.net. God bless you, and spread the word about this effective gospel ministry.